So we're back here on the Duncan Duo Show. Robert Johnson with the Duncan Duo team, Mike Yates with Atlantic Bay Mortgage, and Joe Hassani with Prime Protection, local ADT and home automation provider. And so we were talking in the break about something that we're starting to see more and more of, and you know, the phenomenon with home automation and cameras and security. You know, it gives us a lot of comfort. There's a lot of nice things that it adds. You know, you can find out if a neighbor's bike was stolen. You can, you know, all these types of things. But if you were a real estate agent or someone that is looking at homes right now, the likelihood is there that when you're showing homes, there are cameras in the house that you're showing. And potentially, we've seen that cause some obstacles and challenges from people that weren't maybe used to it. You know, I saw an article the other day on Facebook of a real estate agent in another market, in another part of the country with a different firm. And they were doing an open house, and they didn't know that the seller had cameras all over the house. And this person's taking their shoes off, kicking their feet up on the table, drinking beers from the person's stash. Like, I mean, it's hilarious. So Joe, that, obviously there's a massive amount of people now that have been jumping on board with home automation and cameras, and you just kind of have to be ready and aware that it's everywhere.
Yeah, cameras are everywhere, not just inside, but... So cameras are everywhere, not just inside, but outside the home. Kind of the big thing these days is the doorbell camera, where, you know, somebody's stealing packages or someone just stole their neighbor's bike and they see them going by on the camera, and it's helped prevent crime and or at least catch the guys.
Yep.
But moving to the inside of the house, there are cameras out there that actually have not just recording video, but also listening. With ADT, the cameras for the indoor do not have that. However, there are lots out there in the state of Florida. You have to disclose if you are recording audio.
Yep.
And so I know that has come up as a concern. At least we were just talking about it on the break.
Which is, you know, so in other words, if you're a homeowner out there and you have audio recording devices in your house, first off, you know, and we've learned this, you know, in fact, previous to real estate sales, I worked for a private investigation company. So pretty knowledgeable about all the laws and rules and regulations that come along with recording devices and all that. So the interesting part about it is that audio has to be consented, it has to be disclosed. And there are homeowners out there that are recording, that have cameras that record audio, and they're not letting people know that. That's illegal. You can get in some trouble for that. So, you know, you have to have something posted. You have to say it's being recorded. You have to disclose. It's similar to like when you call into certain companies, it says, you know, this call is being recorded for quality. That's the disclosure that's there, because in Florida you have to have you have to have consent. You have to have told the other party that you're recording their audio. Video, you don't need that, but it does happen. It's something that's common.
Yeah, and all the homes nowadays, or a lot of the homes I'm dealing with, are wanting the automation. They're wanting the cameras, they're wanting the doorbells, they're wanting the door locks, the garage door opener. So for the buyers out there, just be aware that, you know, that could be there. And, you know, the homeowner may think, hey, it's my house, I can record anything I like. You know, might be ignorant of the law and not know that they need to disclose anything. So it's just kind of be wary.
Well, and again, so if you're in someone else's house, just don't do anything that you wouldn't want caught. You know, I mean, like that's the bottom line. You know, there's been all kinds of situations where people have gone out and done things that they didn't realize someone was recording. Some other cool things about the automation, though, and this is something that I think people don't realize, it's advancing so much. Eventually, it's going to get to the point where you've got voice recognition on everything. You've got Alexa interconnected to all this stuff. You know, you can be in the shower and yell out, Alexa, you know, buy new lotion soap, and Alexa goes and orders your stuff. I mean, the artificial intelligence that's out there in the space is really getting amazing.
You can actually,
scary too.
You can actually already do that with Alexa.
You can, yeah. But the difference is that now they're coming up with, you know, so like if you have multiple Alexas, but if you only have one Alexa, they're having these little pods, like where you can, you know, you can even push a button in order. I mean, there's so much developing.
That's right.
Yeah, but yeah,
it's where it's going. And I was reading some articles online. You know, don't believe everything you read online. However, it does seem like homes that have home automation either sell for a couple percentage points higher.
I've seen some of the same stats, yeah. And I'll tell you, the thing that's nice is that it eliminates something that people don't have to deal with the hassle about. If they want that and it's already got it, it definitely is a perk. I mean, you know, a few years ago, I remember seeing a stat where certain homes that had, you know, FiOS or certain internet providers would do better because the internet connection was better. But I think the automation is even more true because it makes it simple for people. It gives them peace of mind. And I know that's something millennials, I think, love the technology. You know, they love the ability to be able to look at the phone and control the house and, you know, Snapchat the features to, you know, 57,000 people. And, you know, so but the reality is the automation stuff is just, it's turning into a game changer for real estate.
Yeah, and a lot of builders are actually including that nowadays, is what I'm finding.
And when we say automation, we're talking locks, lights, I mean, anything with an on and off switch, basically.
Garage door openers, thermostats, pools you could. I mean, there's even like lamp modules that you can hook up your coffee maker to. I mean, it's
and then timing crazy stuff. Like, you know, like we went to Las Vegas a week or so ago, and we walk into our room at Aria, and because we've stayed there a few times, it has our preferences saved. So as soon as we open the door, the curtains open a certain way, a certain TV station goes on. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that's coming. It's pretty remarkable.
It is. There's automations that you can set now. Like, for instance, let's say you set your alarm at 8:30 p.m. or later. You can have it automatically bring your garage door down, lock your front door, bring your AC down to 70 degrees or whatever you want.
That's awesome. Yeah, 70 degrees, that'd be perfect.
Whatever.
So anyway, this is Joe Hassani with Prime Protection. PrimeProtectionLLC.com is the website, so make sure to check that out. And we're going to be back after a quick break here on the Duncan Duo Show.